Hi. Now, after watching the video, let's start filling the software, the arc of social responsibility option, and let's go to the software. So as you see here, you have many options here. You have to be sure that you have to in the right arc. You know, the arc software has many purposes. So sometimes you can use the software or the art for entrepreneurship or maybe social responsibility or maybe to analyze social conflict. In this opportunity, choose the second option, I mean social responsibility and SROIM option. Okay, as you see here, this option has many 8 components. So let's explain the components for the arc of social responsibility. Okay, let's start with the first component. This is the project. Here you will name the project, you will describe the project goal and the main component of the project. The second element is the company and partners. Here you have many options. As you see here, you have 4 options. Maybe the project has no partnerships. The company runs the project alone. A better option is the company has a partnership with the private sectors. But better is the next one option is this is partnership with community or government. But much better is the last one is alliance with the community and the government. Here there are 3 partners that work together to benefit the community. Okay, now let's go to the third element. This is the beneficiaries. It could be positive outcomes or negative outcomes, and also the location is important. Okay, some beneficiaries are communities in the area of influence, or maybe communities near the area of influence, or maybe the third is communities in operational and area of influence and communities in the territory. You know, here you have to be aware about that the company operates in a location, but they have to define the area of influence. So the area of influence generally is defined by the environmental impacts. It could be large, it could be small, it depends on the operation, the size of the company, it could depend on many other factors, but the company has to define the area of influence. As soon as they define the area of influence, they have communities inside of the area of influence. They have the obligations or the ethical obligations to work with these communities inside the area of influence. This is the first option. The second option are communities out near to the area of influence, but they are located out of the area of influence. They are close to the area of influence, but they don't receive any benefit from the company. They feel that they are alone, they have no benefit, they feel bad, they feel yellows because the neighbors receive benefits but they don't. So why they don't? Maybe they in that situations generate resentment, generates sadness, and they want to complain why they won't receive anything. So the company can work with these communities near to the area of influence. And the third option is communities in operational area of influence. Here the company has to extract and make the product, and they have to transport the products many kilometers far away to the market, maybe to the port, and along these paths they have also communities. These communities are waiting for benefits also, and maybe they have no support by the government, They are waiting for benefits, and they see how the company extracts and delivers the product using the system transportation. So these communities are waiting for some benefits. So it means that the company could also work with these communities if they want. They can also work with communities far away from. This is the third option. The communities located in the operational area of influence. Then we have the last one is the communities in the territories. In this case, the communities are located far away from the operational area of influence, and they can also receive benefits from the company. It depends on the social responsibility project. Small companies don't reach these communities in the territory, but big companies such as mining companies, oil companies, they can reach and work with these communities in the territory. Okay, so let's continue with the next one. Okay, let's go to the share activities. So you have to identify the company and also partners. Here you have 3 stakeholders. And also you have to identify the beneficiaries. It could be maybe 2 direct beneficiaries and maybe 2 indirect beneficiaries. So here you have, for this, you have 3 stakeholders, and here you have 4 stakeholders, and you have 7 stakeholders identified in these projects. So maybe you can share activities with them. Maybe you can share activities and you can share resources with them. So that's why you go to the next element. You have share activities. So, and again, you have 4 alternatives. Maybe the company has no responsibilities. Maybe only one assumes responsibility. Usually the company assumes responsibility, or maybe 2 stakeholders assume responsibility, or maybe 3 stakeholders assume responsibility. So it depends. When I say the stakeholders, I'm saying group sectors. Group sectors means from the government, from the civil society, and from the private sector. Okay, so maybe we'll say, okay, the stakeholder 1, stakeholder 2, stakeholder 3, stakeholder 4, stakeholder 5. You will say, okay, what are the activities for the stakeholder 1? What are the activities for the stakeholders 2? And so on. So you describe the activities for each stakeholders identified in the previous elements. Okay. And then let's continue with the next one, with the next share resources and dialogue mechanism. Okay, as I said before, you have identified 5 stakeholders. You will say, okay, now please, could you share resources? Because maybe the company, of course, they will fund some activities, but also the community can participate, can contribute with some resources. By resources, I mean money. By resources, I mean tangible resources. Tangible resources means assets like, for instance, your properties, water, lands, your house, whatever, or intangible resources. Intangible resources, finally, also is human resources. Human resources is also a resource to be considered when they participate in a social responsibility project. Okay, so maybe the company, usually they contribute with money. Maybe communities participate with human resources. Maybe the municipality participate with money and with tangible resources. So you have to know what resources is going to share by the stakeholders. Okay, finally you have, no, not finally, and you have the dialogue mechanism that the company use with different stakeholders. The company use with the different stakeholders. For instance, here we have 4 options also. No dialogue, no dialogue at all, a legalistic dialogue, grievance, some grievance, they dialogue because there is a complaint, and finally a development roundtable. So they decide to work in a development roundtable. Okay, let's go to the last 2 elements. So after that, what is the community involvement in management level? So here you have 4 options. No involvement at all, so the community doesn't participate at all, or maybe the company manage the project, or maybe there is a co-management. It means that the company and the community manage the project together, and finally the best outcome is the community management. Finally, you have the benefits not only for the company but also by the community. So again, you have 4 options: no benefits or damage, company benefits alone, few benefits, few stakeholder benefits, many stakeholder benefits. So as you see here, you have these elements, and you have to be aware about these elements at different levels. Okay, now let's go to the project. So let's go to the next video to feel the arc of social responsibility.